Rio.
It's good news in some ways, isn't it?
It is great. Almost like a vet versus co battle. We shall see who
Exciting.
comes out on top. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Teachers have become the latest group to voice their concerns about the rising numbers of children sharing explicit photos by text, otherwise known as sexting.
The NASUWT union said half its members knew pupils as young as 11 sending inappropriate material, but the youngest child reported was just 7.
Last week, Labour accused the government of failing to ensure school children were taught the dangers of sexting after it emerged almost 700 incidents were investigated by police forces in England last year.
So what can we do to make sure our own children stay safe in a world that's increasingly moving online? We'll talk about that in a moment. First, here's what Year 10 students from Whalley Range High School had to say. Taken to court.
Absolutely.
They've carried out a criminal offence. Yeah. So, in a curious way, that might be the thing that deters you from taking that image to the police. So you might not do anything for fear of getting that person into even more trouble because you know them.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So, I mean, how do youngsters try and make the right decision in that circumstance?
No.
Let's be clear, I always love Carol's forecast, but particularly today. Who are you with now? Good morning.
She's not been fed yet.
Oh, thank you very much, Carol. We'll see you. What do you got for us next? You'll keep us in suspense, will you? If we get miniature donkeys again, I'm happy. Thank you very much indeed.
Let's see, time now, 7:51. This weekend, commemorations will take place across Ireland, marking the 100th anniversary of the 1916 Easter Rising. The rebellion against British rule was a key moment in the history of modern Ireland.
There will be ceremonies at historic sites across Dublin, with more than 500,000 people expected to attend the main event on Sunday. Our Ireland correspondent Chris Buckler is there for us this morning. Good morning to you, Chris. What's going on?
Initially, it was about airport security, wasn't it? You want to start there,
Yes,
just on
let's do
issues
that.
around that?
OK.
Interesting point you were making earlier, Sam, wasn't it? And you're a travel journalist, about people's psyche. And, you know, how we change and if we do, and what our attitude is.
Exactly, the location of everything as well. Thank you so much.
8:40 is the time now. The former Bosnian Serb leader Radovan Karadzic today begins a 40-year sentence for crimes committed during the Bosnian War.
During that conflict, which began in 1992 and lasted almost 4 years.
One of those who survived is Ogi